Yes, you do have termites, or white ants as many people call them, and you probably suspected or realized it by finding some timber damage, like a hollow sounding door or little muddy build-ups in some corner. Those telltale termite tracks showed you that your home is not as solid as it looks. You're not alone. Termites cause millions of dollars worth of damage to Australian homes and other buildings every year. Saving your home is not something you can do yourself. Spraying household aerosol on termites you found makes absolutely no difference. It will make the pest controller's job more difficult. Do not disturb any termites you find. By calling a licensed pest controller, you've done the right thing. Your controller will thoroughly inspect your home inside and outside. Trees and stumps will be checked for nests. Termites will travel long distances to satisfy their voracious appetites. They're native to Australia. Timber in your home is just more bush tucker to be devoured. Your pest controller will check all danger zones, such as timber stacked under your house, and any leaking taps, drains, shower recesses or watering systems close to walls. You do face a major threat, but your pest controller has an effective, reliable solution. Premise is a unique tool in the hands of your pest controller. It begins with the same understanding that you have, that your home is your castle. The best defense for any castle is a moat. Digging this moat around your walls is the first important step in the battle with the enemy, isolating your home from attack by termite invaders. Before application of a premise treatment, the soil around your entire home must be trenched. Dirt has to be removed to the footing where possible. All piers and stumps under any suspended floors must also be trenched. Roots, stones and other rubbish must be removed, and don't be misled into thinking that this is the one part of the treatment you can do yourself.
If you yourself want to try it, I think you'll find, as you've seen me pulling out all these tree roots and going around the water pipes, it makes it very hard. You know, we put a pick through the water pipe, we're in trouble, and we take a bit of care doing that, but especially with the hard roots, it really is a stressful, hard job, and it is important that we do it, and we also get down. You know, as you can see, we've got a tree root here that we've just cut off. Now the termites can actually travel along the dead and decaying tree root, and as you can see, go up under here. Unfortunately, the way this house has been designed, we have the slab edge, which we can see here, which is what we're exposing to put the premise into, but we also have a builder that's put a piece of timber between the slab edge here and the damp proofing up here. And of course, this is where our termites have run to get into your house. So, in answer to your question, I guess you could have a go at doing it, but I really would suggest that you leave it to the professionals to dig it down. We know what depth we've got to go to. We know how much work's involved, and if we do the job properly, at least when we leave, we're confident that you won't have any more termites.
This is where the termite lethal role of premise comes into the attack. Premise is available only to your pest controller, who knows exactly how much to add to water in his tank. More water is added to fill the tank. And while premise is lethal to termites, it has low toxicity to humans, pets and wildlife. As Australia's first water-based termiticide, it has gained enthusiastic acceptance by victims of infestation and by pest controllers.
No, it's not weak, it's just a water-soluble chemical. And you know, when you're adding the water to it, it does break it down. You saw it before I poured it in. It's quite a thick concentrate. And as far as the smell, well, there isn't any smell, and there's no airborne vapours that are in the air. It's all in the tank, so that's quite, you know, providing you take the right caution and you're not splashing around in it or coming in contact with it. It's quite easy to work with and quite good for you to be around and see what we do. You know, the old days of the OC chemicals where we actually asked you to leave for a day or two, that certainly has changed.
So I can go inside right now after you've sprayed?
Yeah, certainly. You guys? All right, I'm just going to start the motor and we'll be into it. Right.
Sounds good.
The premise treated zone is not a barrier in the old ways of termite control. While those barriers repelled them, they gave termites the reasonably easy challenge of working their way around them to find other ways back in to continue their destruction of homes. The bottom of the trench is sprayed, then the soil is replaced and sprayed again, forming the treated zone. Your defensive moat is now complete. Termites will march happily and unwittingly into the treated zone, unable to detect it. They are immediately doomed. The termite is an extremely social insect. While born to be as persistent and destructive an attacker as you'll ever meet, the termite spends a lot of time grooming. Grooming protects them against fungi that exist naturally in your soil. Premise makes those fungi 10,000 times more dangerous to termites. It works with nature, interfering with their nervous system and disorientating them. They stop tunneling, they don't return to their nest. If, in the unlikely circumstances they don't die in the zone, the fungi attack and kill. But it's the premise-treated zone that's most likely to kill them, within only 1 day. Death by fungal attack is a matter of only a couple of days. Many homeowners, despite their desperation over termite attack, do have concerns about the toxicity of any treatment. Premise, created to enlist the aid of nature, acts as quickly, safely and efficiently as possible.
Product label doesn't state that it's a poison. It's actually got a caution label on it, not a poison label, because the idea of this particular chemical is to apply a treated zone right around the house. And as you've already been explained to, with that treated zone, the termites can come into it, they get disorientated, and it works.
Where necessary, concrete slabs inside or outside your termite-threatened home are drilled. This includes such areas as paths and patios. Premise is then injected. Unlike other termite treatments, it spreads in the soil below to form an effective treated zone. Then the holes are filled with quick-drying cement. Your pest controller will have given you your most effective protection and will come back within a few months for a reassuring check. As for you and your home, an annual inspection is strongly recommended. As well, you shouldn't disturb the treated zone by digging. You should repair leaking gutters and drains, keep watering systems away from the house, improve ventilation under your house, and don't stack timber there.
It'd also be a good idea if in the future, after we've finished applying the treated zone, the things like your vines and everything that you've got growing over, your plants here, we'll actually take this one out carefully and it'd be a good idea just to transplant these sort of things and keep them away from up-abutting the side of the house, because all this foliage and stuff, all it does is bring some moisture in.
Having your house treated professionally each step of the way, as you've seen, and by your follow-up care and vigilance, you can see your home once again as a sound investment.